Okay, campaign 4 official trailer dropped. Let's live react. Never done one of these before. Let's see how it goes. Let's see what we can decipher from the trailer. Ready?
Here in the darkness of a jail cell, marked for death, beset by enemies on all sides, I have only this to say. I didn't get in nearly as much trouble as I wanted to.
Okay, sorry to pause it right away. Even Brennan's initial, I'll have to pull it up, but the writing he had done for this guy, it read like a query letter. The hook of it was so good. This guy, you instantly get a feel for this kind of like adventurous, debonair attitude. I didn't get in enough trouble as I wanted to. I ponder if this is a letter to each of the individual players that they were kind of read, or we know they're all related to him, so I wonder if this is a letter they would have all received. Maybe that's revealed in the next couple of seconds. Sorry to pause so quick.
The wolves are at our door. It's been 12 years since the end of the Falcons' Rebellion, and the Sundered Houses are stronger than ever. The Revolutionary Council a shadow of its former glory. Why do I say this? To discourage? To frighten? I say it because my grandparents and yours defied the gods and saved their people. What would you do to honor that memory? Would you fight? Would you die? I have no intention of dying tomorrow. But if I do, I'm glad to have gone down fighting. I can still
Sick.
hear the falcons cry. Can you?
Okay, so we got, what was that, Falcons Rebellion?
Beset by enemies on all sides, as much trouble as I wanted to. The wolves are at our door. It's been 12 years since the end.
Pretty funny, they go wolves that are at our door, and then they cut to Robbie. We know it looks like he has a wolf animal companion. It's like a clever little like editing trick.
The Falcons' Rebellion, and the Sundered Houses are stronger than ever.
The Falcons' Rebellion. So let's hear that again. The fall?
12 years since the end of the Falcons' Rebellion.
12 years since the end of the Falcons' Rebellion. And this guy's referencing, I could still hear the call of the falcon. So perhaps these people were all on the side of some sort of rebellion group that was rebelling, it seems like, against the gods and contributed to the fall of the gods, but now some other group has taken over.
And the Sundered Houses are stronger than ever.
Sundered Houses, I feel like, are the baddies here. Collection of houses, maybe not with the best interests of the realm at heart.
The Revolutionary Council a shadow of its former glory.
So we probably ended this rebellion with some sort of revolutionary council, and now through political machinations, we know this is going to have like a Game of Thrones-esque vibe to it, with people vying for power, maybe not a throne per se, but this seems to hint that perhaps things were good. You know, we often cite the example, George R.R. Martin says, at the end of The Lord of the Rings, what happens to all the orcs? What do we do next? How do the realms of Rohan and Gondor, what happens to their alliance and all the fraught relationships that existed previous to this? What happens after the big battle? And I think that's kind of what we're getting here. There was a rebellion. There was a revolutionary council. It's a shadow of its former self. So now perhaps it no longer has the influence it used to. And we have these sundered houses that have risen up and taken control. That's kind of be my vibe. It feels a very Brennan vibe to do I mean, look at the world we're living in now, where it seems to be run by billionaires controlling. I don't want to get too conspiracy theory here. It really seems like billionaires are the ones pulling the strings behind the scenes and exerting their influence across media, across social media and television media, all that stuff. Okay, rant over. But it would be very Brennan to do an anti-capitalism kind of campaign, an anti the powers that be. Let's have a group of brave revolutionaries rising together to try and bring balance back to the world.
Why do I say this? To discourage? To frighten? I say it because my grandparents and yours defied
Laura, why so sad?
the gods and saved their people. What would you do to honor that memory?
So I wonder who we have here. Someone has it. So I bet that's Whitney on the, I don't know if you can see my cursor. I bet this is Whitney. Tyranny. Oh, maybe because they've got a drink in their hand. Though Ashley said their character uses a whip. Something to consider.
Would you fight? Would you die? I have no intention of dying.
I think Tyranny is going to be already a crowd favorite. So can't wait to see how Whitney plays this character.
Dying tomorrow. But if I do, I'm glad to have gone down fighting.
That seems like a casting moment. Makes me think, despite Laura revealing she is a rogue, I think she's Arcane Trickster. I think she has magic to her. Let's keep going.
I can still hear the falcon's cry. Can you?
So that was an interesting look at one table. That was
I can
Lewis, Travis, Laura,
still hear the falcon's cry.
I'd have to look at all of their character classes, or at least our character predictions. Interesting, an interesting group. Perhaps that's not the small table. Perhaps they're going to introduce them in little tables, and then they'll scatter into their seeker, soldier, schemer vibes. But yeah, like who would these people be all together? Are these seekers? I don't know. Travis is a paladin. Laura's a rogue. Robbie seems seductive and made Travis pregnant in that latest social post. So very interesting. We gotta love the little trinket there on the iPad.
Can you?
Who's this cat with the mace? A little gold on top? That was interesting. Oh, little hint that I like hockey. Oh no, more hints that I like hockey.
Of a jail cell marked for death.
Okay, we don't have to keep watching it over and over. Maybe okay, let's do one more and we'll just look at the names. I think that is Matt's character, Sir Julian. We haven't even have it there. No duh, Sir Julian.
Here in the darkness of a jail cell marked for death.
So I expect in a homage to Pirates of the Caribbean, we are starting with an execution, the characters gathering together on execution day, or at least the first 2 episodes. We're going to have them at execution day, and then something big is going to happen during this public execution. That's my guess.
Death, beset by enemies.
Beset by enemies on all sides. I wonder who this is. We only really have a cloak there and holding some sort of spear. Is that Lewis's character? Ooh, and a little animal. So I think this is Robbie's character and his animal companion.
I have only this to say. I didn't get in nearly as much trouble as I wanted to. The wolves are at our door. It's been 12 years since the end of the Falconers' Rebellion, and the sundered houses are stronger than ever. The Revolutionary Council, a shadow of its former glory. Why do I say this? To discourage? To frighten? I say it because my grandparents and yours defied the gods and saved their people. What would you do to honor that memory?
So yeah, is this Robbie's character alongside Whitney's character?
Would you fight? Would you die? I have no intention of dying.
That was like a smaller table too, right? So if we looked, now we have Travis, Laura. That's Laura, right? Travis, Laura, Robbie, and Whitney, and maybe the hint of someone else at this table. But it certainly doesn't look like the 12-pack.
Would you die? I have no intention of dying tomorrow. But if I do, I'm glad to have gone down fighting. I can still hear the falcon's cry. Can you?
All we gotta say is, looks epic. They are crushing the promotions to this, the way they're slowly trickling this stuff out, and we are, as you can see, deciphering bit by bit and trying to glean as many details as we can. So bravo to Critical Role for really hyping up this campaign for it. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see how they combine 13 PCs, if I have that right, into a epic interconnected story. But knowing Critical Role, knowing Brennan Lee Mulligan, they are the people to do it. So my fingers crossed. I wish them all the success in the world, and any more little social things that come out, you can be sure here on the Channel Explorers we'll be covering it, we'll be deciphering it, or eating all of it up. If you like this, hit subscribe. I'll link below the video where we were analyzing all of the character art they've revealed since that Travis is playing a paladin, Laura's playing a rogue. I think I said this. Ashley's wielding a whip. So as more stuff comes out about the characters, we'll be sure to cover it on the channel. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.